While many dark horse candidates have gone on to win the highest office in the land, let's briefly go over those candidates who failed to win the presidency. Horatio Seymour was the former governor of New York and reluctant Democratic nominee for president who lost to Union General Ulysses Grant in 1868. Famous newspaper editor and former U.S. Representative of New York Horace Greeley ran with the Liberal Republican Party in 1872, but lost to President Grant in a landslide before dying around the same time the electoral votes were being counted. New York Governor and civil service crusader Samuel J. Tilden ran as the Democratic nominee, but lost to Rutherford Hayes in 1876 by just one electoral vote. Union General Winfield Scott Hancock ran as the Democrats' presidential candidate in 1880, but lost a narrow election to James Garfield. William Jennings Bryan was a former U.S. representative and lawyer from Nebraska who became the youngest person to be nominated for president at 36 years old, but lost to Republican William McKinley in 1896 in an electoral landslide. James Cox was the governor of Ohio when he secured the Democratic nomination in 1920 but was soundly defeated by Warren G. Harding. Former lawyer, ambassador to the UK and representative of West Virginia John Davis was selected to break up a deadlock within the 1924 Democratic Convention, but lost in a landslide to President Calvin Coolidge. Wendell Willkie was a businessman and former lawyer and Democrat from Indiana, who became the 1940 Republican nominee, but lost to Franklin Roosevelt in a landslide and died not long after failing to win the GOP's nomination in 1944. A conservative senator from Arizona, Barry Goldwater shocked many by becoming the Republican Party's nominee in 1964 after a strong grassroots movement convinced him to run, but lost to President Lyndon Johnson in a landslide. Finally, we have Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. Although he never won the Democratic Party's nomination for president in 2016 or 2020, his out-of-nowhere run for the nomination coupled with his strong showing in the primaries against Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden gets him a mention on here.